I'm still really surprised to think that we live in Cyprus. Do you remember? It's only 2 years ago that we came for 1 week, a holiday that I'd won in a competition, and it was a holiday in the sun. And do you remember I asked you that second night to tell me where Cyprus was, to draw a map when we were at the restaurant?
And you were so surprised it was so far east.
And then before that week was out, we'd found where we wanted to live, beside the sea, in a beautiful and really lovely Leptos development. White houses and blue shutters, it's very pretty.
You can begin to see how it's going to be when it's completed, because there is an area of the development that's now established, and I think that's what sold us the whole concept of this little village development, that we could see how it was going to be worked out.
Yes.
Although at the time that we bought, there were no villas along the front, or only one.
Well, of course I wanted the sea, and it's true that we're lucky because Leptos has good developments, good positions by the sea, and that's what I wanted. And of course, as the villas are finished, more people come to live there, and we make more friends. It isn't just friends from the development though, because we've made friends from Cypriot people as well as people that live on the development. Very friendly people, really helpful.
And do you remember when we finally left the United Kingdom and came here? And we realised that although the development was not, our house is not going to be completed until July, we realised that we would have to get something sorted out in advance. And we were, to our huge surprise and delight, we were told that the house was almost ready.
Yes,
and that was wonderful. Quite extraordinary. And in fact, talking to other friends, they said, well, what did you do that you managed to get the house completed 3 months early? It's 3 months early that it happened. And that was amazing.
And then of course we've got tavernas and restaurants to explore, and I'm learning to cook some Cypriot dishes, which are delicious.
And do you remember some of these wonderful tavernas that we've been looking at and eating at? And we keep going back to them again. In fact, I think they're beginning to recognise us as regular customers.
The taverna,
yes.
the fish taverna.
Yeah, there's a wonderful fish taverna just up overlooking the sea. In fact, most of the tavernas seem to have the most amazing view, whether it be down a valley or across the sea or wherever. They're worth going to, particularly to see the sunset on the western side of the island where we are. And then, of course, the tavernas we have been talking about. And do you remember the fish that we were eating, the red mullet that we had just up to the coast? And
pretty fish,
yes,
as well as
just caught
delicious.
out of the sea that afternoon. So you can't be fresher than that.
No. All in all, I'm so happy that we made this move. I'm very happy with the house, which has been beautifully planned, and it's really nice to live in. I'm happy with the part of Cyprus that we're living in, and I'm particularly happy with the climate, which is just gorgeous.